Hi folks, welcome back to ENVC. I'm your host AT, and today I'm here with my man Jay. My man Jay is here to talk to us about, what are we talking about today, Jay?
We're gonna have to get into Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra, that's right, I like that, yep. And we already know, we got my man Tobor's in the building. Tobor's, are you here?
I'm here up in the Ethernet per usual. How are you guys doing?
Chilling. You already know how it goes. So, like my man Jay said, we talking about toe boards today. I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. We are talking about the Legend of Korra today. Okay?
You can talk about me if you want.
No. We're good. We'll talk about you on another day. You know what I'm saying? But today we're talking about the Legend of Korra. All right. So, my man Jay, you watched that show, right?
Yeah, I just recently finished it because they put it on Netflix.
They put it on Netflix. Did you watch the first one? You watched the first one?
Yes.
Was it because of Netflix, or did you watch before that?
Oh no, I watched it way before that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I just rewatched it on Netflix.
Right, my man, because I sure did too. Hey, bro, like I'm saying, once the series is good, it's good, bro, and you can just rewatch it. That's how you know it's good. Like, you already know, all my fans know, all ENVC fans know, what's my favorite show? Full Metal Alchemist. You already know this. So, I watched...
Wait a minute, you like Full Metal Alchemist? I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
So, okay, Tobor, because we don't have enough time. Have you watched Korra, Legend of Korra? Have you watched Legend of Korra?
Of course I've watched Korra. It's Avatar: Last Airbender. And Korra I've watched top to bottom, 100%. I probably watched it maybe 4 or 5 times.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's nice. And you know what? I've watched it a few times myself, I'm not going to lie, because, you know, it's just one of those good series. But what was one of your favorite things about Korra?
You know, so I don't know if our listeners have listened to us talk about Star Wars, but we really hate callbacks. You know, we talked about that a few times. We really hate callbacks where they're like, oh, they're bringing up this character again. They bring up this character, and they're like, no, just make something new. But in Legend of Korra, what I really liked the most was like Toph. Toph coming back.
She came back, yeah. And out of everybody, that was one of the
amazing to see.
Yeah, out of everybody, that was one of the best people to bring back into the next series, because like Aang would have been just too much. You know what I'm saying? Katara was there, but she wasn't able to do too much.
Well, he couldn't have. Aang couldn't have come back because he died. That's the reason why.
Well, that was the whole point, exactly.
But I definitely feel like they held Toph back just a little bit.
In the second one?
When she came back, I felt like she could have went way harder.
She could have, but she's old. She just doesn't want to.
That's true.
That was that was just my like outlook on it. Like, I just feel like she just didn't want to. Like,
well, what about you guys?
I can go back.
What's your favorite parts of Legend of Korra?
And if anyone comes and tries to mess with me, like, bro, you're handled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the strongest earthbender. I may not know how to magnum bend, but bro, like, our magma bend, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
It's all metal bending, bro.
No, not the metal bending, like the fire. Oh,
but I thought it was pretty.
No.
You mean lava bending? Lava bending.
That was with the earth. Yeah. That wasn't even fire. That was earth.
That's that blood bending too.
No, blood.
You know what? It probably should have been. Fire though.
So this is a good topic right here, because every ability has like a secondary ability except for air. So like, for instance, earth.
No. Air does not have it. Air does have a second ability.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
You can fly.
But that was such a rare feat. That's rare feat
that's air though. That's
such a rare feat.
And the only way they can fly is with
that's the second tier. That's what it is though.
Eric and
well, I guess Aang was flying at the end of it, but he was also in the Avatar.
No, because that wasn't true. That wasn't.
It wasn't just air. It wasn't just air. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All the monks were gliding.
But
it was only that one monk and his Zahir at the end. that was able to master that ability.
Right. So it wasn't really a thing for real. Like, they didn't really have a secondary ability.
Different monk beforehand.
The legendary monk that they talked about.
I still think flying was the secondary ability.
I don't know, because you're kind of controlling air whenever you're flying. I don't know if I can agree with that. I don't know, because like.
I mean, okay. What are we gonna say they are? So for
it's not like he has a boosters coming out of his feet, because that'll be like the fire. That'll be like the Fire Nation learning to fly. Like that'll be like calling that's their secondary ability, but it's really not.
Well, wait a minute. For a second, though, the Fire Nation they kind of learn.
Like Fire Nation has lightning for their secondary ability. It's not because they learn how to boost fire out of their feet to make them project out of the sky, like into the sky. That's technically what they're doing. Just like for airbenders, they're technically just maneuvering or airbending the air out of their feet or upwards so they can move into the sky. That's not necessarily a secondary ability. It's just knowing how to.
That's why Zakir was such different, because he was straight up flying though. He was straight up flying. He wasn't doing any of that stuff. He didn't have a glider.
No, but he had air bending. He had just regular air bending. Like for instance, Fire Nation had the lightning. Earth had the lava. And also metal. And also water had the blood. You gotta think everyone had like a secondary ability, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like that's a tough conversation that we're probably gonna have to like get back to on another segment or whatever. But anyways, we're here to talk about just all. We're gonna have to get back to that.
You're totally right.
Yeah, let's move on. That's a whole nother conversation, bro, in real life. So we're gonna have to go just get back into it. Like,
so Korra.
Okay, so do you think she was a good Avatar?
I don't, because I feel like every book she was getting beat up.
But man,
I can't think of one fight where she just really just herself beat somebody up. Every fight she got beat up.
Right, but Aang, on the other hand, which is another topic for another time.
Wait, guys. I think we're getting into two different topics now, and
no, it's all good.
We are having two. We're not having a debate between the two avatars. We're just talking about Korra alone.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, anyways, I agree with you. But yeah, it's not like it's just not like.
I feel like all the main events Korra had to finish the opponent.
It really was lost. Like every single time except until the end.
Until the very end.
Remember what was that girl's name? The Earth Nation girl, like the general. Well, she messed her up, bro.
Gavora, whatever. General.
Gavora.
No, I know what you're talking about. I just can't.
Yeah, bro.
It was Korra.
Kavira.
Bro, she was going crazy.
Yeah, she messed her up, bro.
Kavira's not crazy.
She messed her up. Hey, she was good.
Oh yeah.
Bro, she was solid.
She was this close to winning.
Absolutely, bro. She would have won.
But
see, here's the thing. I think 100% that I agree with both of you. I think that Korra, the story, it wasn't really about her. I don't think I liked the TV show because it was about her. It was about the story around her that I liked.
It was the
because everything going around.
It was the Avatar story that you liked.
Right.
It was the Avatar story within itself that you liked. You didn't necessarily like her, but you liked the Avatar story.
I like the story where we found out about like the North and South Pole having like the portal spirit realm. I really liked having meeting Avatar 1. That was super cool.
The first Avatar, that was
my favorite part.
Yeah, that was very interesting, super interesting. Yeah, hell yeah.
And that tied everything back into Aang and Zuko doing the fire
because he was like Aang. Or Aang was like him.
Right.
You feel me? In essence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Aang was like him. You feel me? In real life. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Korra was necessarily like truly balanced. See, Aang was spiritually balanced, and we're gonna have to get into this conversation another time. But in my opinion, Aang was like spiritually balanced more so than everything else balanced, and Korra was everything else balanced more so than spiritually balanced.
Right.
You feel me?
But you gotta think they're two completely different societies.
In times too.
In times.
Exactly.
And plus, Aang was a monk.
At that.
So it's a whole different.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying?
His teachings growing up on the day to day was different than hers.
Exactly.
She got like so
like what's your least favorite thing then? Like what do you hate the most about Korra?
You know what? I don't know if there's. You know what? If I were to be honest with you guys, bro, like I don't think there is anything I necessarily hate about Korra. I do like Avatar the Airbender. Better than Korra, but then I don't think there's anything necessarily like that I hate about it. I think it was a good story. I think it was a good continuation, but at the very same time, like I don't think it was like a bad story at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I think it was pretty good. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that's what they had to do.
Yeah,
they definitely explained the spiritual world way better than what they did in the original one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the whole point of going into it anyway.
Absolutely.
So I can respect.
I feel like a lot of it was the spiritual.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah,
right.
There was the spiritual journey as opposed to like because you know Aang had to learn how to do fire bending. Aang had to learn how to do earth bending and all that shit like that. He had to learn how to do that. But Korra, she already knew the lessons, or not the lessons of the Avatar, but she knew that.
Alright, well, it sounds like you guys are sounding way too jumping around it. You guys sound way too jumping around. I'll tell you what I hated about it. Okay? I hated how the lesbian thing was shoehorned at the very end of the entire thing. I super hated that. Not saying I'm against lesbianism, but it was super shoehorned. And I don't care what people say, where they're like, oh no, like you could totally tell that she was a lesbian. No, you couldn't. You could not tell that she was a lesbian. Like they did not give enough proof at all to like justify that storyline.
Them as the show they didn't, but it depends on what era and time you grew up in real life. Like you already know, like for instance. I don't know how old you are, Mr. Toeborts, Mr. 1998 Windows system.
No, shut up. Are you kidding? Are you telling me that if you
wait, pause. Let me. So, like, back in the day, maybe it would not have been, like, or maybe back in the day it would have been a super bad thing for it to happen, but you gotta think about the time that this came out. Like, I mean, yeah, even still at the time that this came out, it was before its time, because like literally like 2 years later, gay rights and all that stuff started becoming like a real thing. Like it really started becoming really active like a few years later, a couple years later, after this show's finale aired. You know what I'm saying? But it was before its time, so that's why I say it's before its time in a little sense. But at the same time, were we really oblivious to the fact that this tomboyish type person can somehow turn out to be
no, that's not the point.
Gay,
they didn't show, like they didn't have enough example of it. Like it just didn't have build stuff.
That's fine. That you don't want to put. If you're taking a risk, you gotta think. If you're taking a risk,
subtly in there.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep exactly. You don't want to like just throw it in the face like, oh, this episode, that episode, this episode. You just want to steadily put it in there for the viewers. I just recently watched the movie and they just left it to the viewers to decipher what happened at the end. They didn't really necessarily say that she was this, that, or that they were gonna do this, that. They just left it open for you to assume that. In real life, that's what happened. You feel me? But you gotta think. So like, okay, you're mad because like oh, they didn't give enough hint. Why? Why are you mad at that? You gotta think about the time that this came out. This was before gay rights and all that stuff was really like a real movement. It happened like 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years later or something like that, like gay rights. You know what I'm saying? It happened a couple of years later at least, after this final episode got released. So the fact that they put that in there and it was a risk for them, I think that says something all within itself. The fact that they took that risk, especially them being on Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good. I think.
Look, I'm not contradicting you. What I'm saying is, if they were going to take the risk, they should have at least had a storyline that followed up with that risk.
No,
it seemed to come
because you
out of
gotta
nowhere.
understand, they would have shied away their viewers if they would have did that. They would have shied away. Look, imagine if we.
I mean, maybe.
Wait, pause. Listen. Imagine if okay, this show comes on at 7:00 p.m. at night, whatever, right after I did my homework, right before I go to bed, this show comes on, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that's what happened, right? And this kid happens to watch this show with his mom. Now, the kid may not know what's going on, right? And they watched every episode, but the parent is gonna be looking at this like, what? Blah blah blah. Now they're losing viewers if they were to put that in earlier episodes, because if the parents were to got hooked onto it in earlier episodes, they're like, okay, you're not watching this anymore because they're teaching something that I don't want you to know about right now.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from. That makes sense. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, purely not talking about time in their generation where this was controversy. I'm talking about storyline. Storyline itself, it didn't make a lot of sense, because at the very end you're like, wait a minute, what? Like, because it just kind of sort of came out of nowhere. And some people can justify that it was not out of nowhere, though.
Yeah.
Like, they can definitely say, oh no, you didn't know she was gay? Like, there's tons of hints.
Honestly,
it sounds like you got your stick up your butt about this, but let's just be realistic. Is that if they would have done that, they would have lost viewers. If they would have introduced it at any earlier point in time, and not only that,
well, go fuck those people. They're all they're all Trump supporters anyway. So whatever.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's just the reason.
You can bleep all that out. Whatever.
Hey, Trav, I forgot you were kind of here.
Hi, what's up?
Did you say you forgot he was here?
So we're talking about something about Korra and how it's good or bad or something? I don't know. You know what my favorite part about Korra?
Holy shit!
I like how it was more modern, but also it already happened, so it's still a legend. Kind of how they talk about the whole steampunk shit. Ooh. This is why I don't get invited on the show.
Yeah.
So basically,
I know what you're talking about, bro.
Basically, there's a political agenda to suppress the bending of the public. I think that's kind of...
Yeah, we haven't talked about that point yet.
And I think that the political aspect of Korra was kind of more present than
we were too caught up in our own ideas and stuff like that. We didn't even get to the real
the storylines of that. That's the craziest part. I mean, it was out there. It had more originality, whereas compared to the first one was it was original for itself, but the stories seemed like they were already told before. But this was kind of more relevant to I don't know, social problems.
Well, that's going on today.
Travis, what was your favorite season?
It was much more.
What was that?
What's your favorite season that came out? Out of all four of them, which one do you like the most then?
I enjoyed the first one. I liked a lot of showing how people started bending for sport.
That was cool, actually. I do like that.
But that also shows how bending and using that magic could
Yeah, that was cool.
Not only that, but what they introduced is that Bolin and what's the other guy's name? Mako and Bolin, they were brothers, but one was an earthbender and one was a firebender. That was cool.
That's because that was their parents.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. But you would have never came across that prior to. Right. In the last Avatar, you didn't have.
You know what I also liked about it was them using. They use their powers to do things in the future, like they were using their electrical powers to create energy for cars and stuff like that.
Right. See, so that brought
cool.
along again that the little conversation we had earlier, the secondary power that each and every element has. You feel me?
But in Korra, they mastered that.
They mastered it. Everyone's mastered it. So there's master metal benders. There's master electricity benders. There's master lava benders. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Whole teams of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So there's masters everything. I really don't know. Only thing secondary thing I knew that the airbenders had was the bisons.
Mm-hmm.
They can so that's without.
Okay, wait a minute. You know what though? We have not talked about this yet though. One thing that the airbenders were able to do was they were able to suck the oxygen out of somebody's body.
You know
that was pretty cool.
But that's still also just a regular airbending trick. It's not like a secondary.
Are you? No. That was come on. That was cool. That was
it was
cool.
Cool.
Suck the oxygen out of the queen airbender.
You're literally just creating a vacuum at that point, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with air as far as influencing fire, but that's not the same as changing.
Maybe
fire,
air was so powerful.
Yeah, but that's like saying you can do a lot with fire.
Maybe air was so powerful that they didn't. You know, what
I just want to be able to heat up my tea.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, air is so powerful that they didn't even need a secondary. I don't know. I just don't feel like if anyone in the comments or anyone who's watching know what could possibly been a secondary weapon to airbenders, please let us know in the comments.
Air guns.
And what he said. And just let us know in the comments, please.
Did you just say air guns?
He said airbends, yeah.
Yeah, blow dart.
But anyways, yep. So, Jay, what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing was just diving back into the first Avatar and seeing how his journey to acquire all the elements and his full 180 of his person, of his character.
And so so you feel like they fulfilled that information to you in Korra?
Correct.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
You got teasers in the original Avatar.
Yeah.
With Aang and Roku. Right, but they didn't.
Are you talking about Avatar 1? Or are you talking about Avatar Aang?
Avatar, well, I'm saying he's comparing the two. But I'm talking about Avatar.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
So I'm saying his journey.
Right. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I like that they did introduce Avatar Wong and explain that whole entire situation.
Right. The spirit world.
Because you know what I'm saying? That was a big deal. And that made Korra.
You know, they also brought up the lion turtles again, which is crazy.
Yeah,
that was a huge thing for the first Avatar. They had the lion turtle at the very end, giving them the knowledge to take away somebody's power to bend.
Right. Yeah, no, that and that's how they did bring that.
They did a masterful job of tying things back to the original.
Absolutely, they did. Absolutely.
To fulfill
But you know what? That's another conversation. We're going to get into that. As a matter of fact, we're going to have another conversation about how the two intertwine with each other. And we're going to come back to you guys with ENVC talking about Avatar. This was about Korra, but we're going to talk about meeting the two, Avatar and the Legend of Korra. So we're going to get right back to you guys in just a moment. So peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bam, bam, bam.
Welcome back to ENVC. We're just doing them things as usual. Let's all introduce ourselves. I'm Travi.
There we go. And I'm your host, 18. And this is my man, Jay. All right? And we're here back talking to you guys about the Legend of Korra, but not also are we talking about Legend of Korra, Jay. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, they all bended the elements, and they all do a very well job at that, you know. But we're gonna talk specifically about the Legend of Korra, right?
No, we already specifically talked about the Legend of Korra. But
you guys got to see that?
This time, yeah, they seen
cool.
that.
Yeah, that's a great video. Check out our other videos. But yeah, we're gonna compare them today, and you gotta think about like what Avatar: The Last Airbender was like. That was like the first time like an anime just like popped up.
And it was about the elements. You know what? Let me tell you guys a backstory in real life. This is real life. I'm not even joking right now. My face is serious. Alright, so I got my studio audience in the room. Ant, you here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's back there. Okay, so bam. Y'all know Ant. He's back there. He's working the controls and all that stuff like that for us today. But back in the day, me and my boy Ant, and I know this is getting like a little off topic. I'm sorry for that, but just listen. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Me and my boy Ant, back in the day, we used to play a game when we were younger, like way younger. I'm not going to talk about how old we were at that time, but we used to play a game, and we used to play like an elemental game. Like I had the power of like this, he had the power of like that. So we had like wind, fire, water, and earth. Like those were the 4 elements that we had, like, you know, and we would play this game. Like, I'm not gonna get into the game. Maybe another day, another time, me and Ann can get into that, because I have different people here right now. But it's just so crazy that this anime came up with the same idea and the same concept that we used to play.
It's prevalent. It is.
Those are the elements.
Metaphysical.
Those are the elements. So, like, for instance, if you guys really want to know, just for instance, my brother had the power of air. Like, he always was like, oh, I'm gonna control wind. But we called it wind. He was like, oh, I'm gonna control wind. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna control fire. Like, that was my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like we used to, you know, play battle off that, you know, and do whatever we did. Imaginaries are awesome. If you don't have an imaginary mind, then I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. But this is back in the day, a long time ago. Like I said, I'm not gonna talk about how old we were, but
Avatar was definitely one of the first.
It was the thing that like brought it to life. Yeah. You feel me? Thank you. Yeah, it was the thing that brought it to life. You feel me? So like whenever we seen it on the screen, it was really intriguing to me. Like, you know, to watch these elements, like, you know, on screen and manipulate it in such a way that how we thought about it in our head. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it was really crazy. So like automatically this show intrigued me, but like being the fact that they made one season and then our series or chapter, and they made a whole another chapter off another element. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought that was really great. Like the first they played off of like, so like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, we learned about the Fire Nation, and we learned about how the last Avatar was the Fire. He was part of the Fire Nation, right? And then what we were watching was the Airbender, because that was the next cycle of the chain, right? Yeah. And then the next cycle of the change was the water, right? Correct. And that's Korra, right? Correct. So, bam, how would you guys feel? And I know this is kind of like a little bit off topic, but not really. How would you guys feel if they made another one? Well, like, you know, how would you see that going, Jay? If they made another one.
Man, I feel like they would definitely have to play into that next chain, obviously, which would be what? Earth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Earth?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now they got to get into the more so of that, but we would still have to see. I feel like they would bring Korra as an adult.
Yeah, and then she'll have to pass, and then it'll have to be like passed on. It will have to be passed on. It will have to be passed on.
So would they have to? Would you prefer them to explain that?
I think it could be good in like the first like 5 episodes.
What if it was off the lineage of Toph? Because like you gotta think too, like there's a timeline progression. We have like first series was about like They didn't have technology. Then they kind of get technology. It goes from being about like learning your spirituality.
The second one's
about like more political and technology.
Because it's now society.
Yeah.
Now we have the next in line would be Earth. If we have it like set in like a present day time, we have climate change going on and be like some kind of different scenario. We haven't even lived that yet.
I don't think we can go as far as present day in time, in my personal opinion.
It'd be difficult.
Yeah, that would be super difficult if it was present day in time. You have to think like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so back in Legend of Korra, they were just like getting cars. So they had cars in like the 1900s, right?
Correct.
All right. I've heard you guys for like a while now.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah,
I know. You all forgot I was here. I know, you're all like, what the heck are you know, like, is this internet guy gonna come in? Like, yeah, I'm coming in. You got a bunch of losers over here. Alright, okay. So,
dude,
I'm gonna tell you my theories about it. Like, I have to definitely thank AT for being a horrible person and not introducing his favorite internet friend. But whatever. No big deal.
We know you're here. No big deal. Hey, at least we know you're here.
No, shut up. No, you're done talking. No, shut up. You're done talking now. And, no. See, I disagree with all of you. It is okay. Like, I actually agree with Travis if they were going to talk about climate change, because it's a generation, right? So if you think about it like this, Avatar Aang lived roughly 70 years, something like that. And let's say Korra lives roughly 70, 80 years, something like that.
Right.
And they're during the time of the steampunk era, whatever you want to call it. That means it's not super unrealistic if they made a new one where it was in the form of airplane travel and like climate control and like, you know, even talking about the whole what is it, the forest, the vine forest where they're ripping it apart, you know, maybe they're harvesting it, you know?
So I just want to point out real quick, and not like to super duper correct you or anything like that, but like Aang was really like 80 years old, not 70 years, because he was frozen for like what, 10 or he was frozen for 100, but he was like, when he was frozen, he was like 10 or 11 years old.
Okay, that doesn't really matter though. Like, the point is, through history standpoint, he lived 80 years in not outside of ice.
Anyway, so let's get back into comparing the two.
That was kind of exciting.
Okay, so wait, let's go around. Out of the two, Travis, what was your favorite? Avatar Aang or Avatar Korra?
No hate on Korra, but Aang was like, he's pretty much OG. He like, I mean, it stands out so much because it was like the first. That's just what I was exposed to when I was young. I can't say because
it was the first one.
Yeah, I can't say that I can give an objective opinion on that. Like, but I'd have to go with the first one.
Yeah.
I felt like I was definitely more drawn in with the storylines of the original.
Of the original one?
Yeah. More so than the side characters of Korra that they were trying to give a spotlight.
It was more like a family thing in Avatar, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It was like you had a connection with Aang. You had a connection with Tara, Sokka, Toph. Like, you had a connection with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So like,
not to dismiss though, because like Korra had so much to offer as far as like the storyline was very unique. I haven't seen very much similar to that, like within that realm of distribution or media, and I was pretty impressed in a lot of ways by it. I would still recommend people watch it. Definitely check it out if you got time.
Right.
Aim for life, bitch.
Aim for life.
You gotta drive it home, okay?
Right.
Aim for life. I'll rewatch the last like 4 episodes over and over again. Like Korra though,
it was really good. No, I feel you. Those last 4 episodes
definitely way more classic. You can go back and name way more classic fights,
and
way more classic moments.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely. Absolutely for a fact, definitely. Because like for instance, like Katara and Zulu. Azula fighting.
Did you just say Zula? I feel like you really were.
Oh yeah,
like,
that
is it Zuko or Zula? You're like,
right, but you gotta think that was the fight when she was breaking down.
Right.
Whenever she was like low key worthless, like you know what I'm saying, like my life.
Aaron, you were 100% right. It's called. Her name is Zula.
Yeah,
it's just Zula. It's a mix between Zuko and Zula.
That's his favorite.
You're right.
That's his. And if you guys check out our Avatar episode, you guys can see the fight on our background right here. You know what I'm saying? I know we got other stuff going on right now, but you know, you guys can check that fight out. Maybe we can like put a glimpse in like right now, real quick of the fight.
What was that?
But that's it. That's all you get. You gotta check out the other episode to see all the rest.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a good fight.
All right.
Or check out Netflix.
I know.
Oh yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It's very cool. You're cool.
All I had to
Yeah. But yeah, bro, that's a good fight against them though.
Avatar,
that's a good fight.
Sure.
That's a good fight. That's like the second best fight. Honestly,
I will say.
Well, in Tobor's opinion, it's his first. It's the best fight. But second best for me is the Avatar and obviously the Firelord fight. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight because you got to see the Avatars all powered up.
That's how it is.
You know what I'm saying? Powered up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was good. Oh fuck.
Hey, I'm gonna have to. What's your favorite fight in Avatar: The Last Airbender and your favorite fight in Korra?
Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna think about that. Favorite fight. Like I said, I think it was like between the Fire Lord and Avatar. I think that was my favorite fight because, like I was just telling Jay right now, I know you guys just seen that, but like I was just telling Jay right now, like it was. Well, we got to see like Avatar's powers like before that a little bit, but like we got to see all of his power like when he was fighting Fire Lord, like you know.
Well, what about Korra then? Like, what's your favorite fight with Korra?
Jay, what's your favorite fight with Korra?
Korra, ooh, they had a couple of real good ones, but I'll probably say when she turned to the giant spirit.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Maximized her whole.
That was a good one. Her clout, right? Her clout went up after that, boy.
Everybody.
Right. She was like, hold on, wait. Everyone was like, okay, she really here to do business. Right. You feel me? I feel you on that.
So, but even the last fight when with the portraits though.
Wait, but and you know what? Let's just be honest. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have to backtrack because in Korra, I think there was a lot of good fights in Korra. A lot. You gotta think. Everything in Korra was about fighting. Like even down to like the competitions that they have to like, you know what I'm saying? Everything about Korra was about fighting.
I definitely think the best.
I think there was like a lot of good fight scenes, and not only that, not only were there a lot of good fight scenes, but we got to learn a lot of new abilities like lava bending and well, I guess just lava bending because we already knew about metal.
But they showed the mastery of metal.
Yeah.
So now they're doing it in different ways.
Yeah, you feel me? And all that stuff like that. And not only that, but they're hard. Like,
dude, the coolest fight scenes were definitely the scenes where what?
Not only that, but my man was saying earlier, like they were harnessing the ability of being able to produce lightning and thunder and shit like that and electricity, right? Yeah, they were harnessing that ability to be able to produce electricity for the city, right? For Republic City.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that within itself, like having a whole squad being able to learn metal, a whole squad being able to learn electricity bending. You know what I'm saying? Of course, blood bending and lava bending was just blood bending was like forbidden, and lava bending was like, you know what I'm saying, like, well, we didn't see it until this Legend of Korra, right? Like, but it makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But
all right, but who do you think would win in a fight? Avatar Aang against Korra, or Korra versus Aang?
Let us know down in the comments on what you guys think. But if you guys give me
it depends what age we're talking about with Aang.
No, bro. I think even if
let's talk about normal.
My opinion. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion right now. I'm gonna give you before you get into your opinion and ask the why, and before you get into ask the why, I'm gonna say this. At 11 years old, you gotta think, how old is Korra? 15, 16, 14,
yeah, she was
something.
Teenager, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She was older, like they was like 17.
You know what I'm saying? And just still trying to, bro. I think Aang will whoop that behind, bro. Because he's always been super duper calm.
But mind you,
he's never got really whooped. He's evaded situation, but he's never got whooped like how you were saying earlier. How Korra been getting whooped.
But mind you, he was frozen for 100 years. So when he came back, it was a whole different.
But he was
still hard though. He was still hard though.
You feel me?
That doesn't matter though. He's been frozen for 100 years because he didn't like know anything still.
Yeah, but so out of the two, who do you think will win, Travis?
Oh man, it's crazy because in theory, each avatar has within them the last avatar's energy.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
Just going off of that principle, I have to say Korra. But I can only really imagine how that would play out.
I do understand what you're saying about having the last avatar's energy because they all carry that spirit.
Every avatar has a new set of challenges.
Absolutely. As we've seen in the two.
Okay, let's take the avatar power away from them.
Perfect. No.
I would say
you can't.
No avatar state. No avatar state. Purely like knowledge of the bending.
I'll say Aang for sure. He had more wisdom.
Aang then, huh?
And Aang had more wisdom for sure.
Well, I mean, wisdom versus
we already know that Korra was hot-headed. She was hot-headed. We already know
a whole lot more information as far as like different types of bending too.
That's why she lost.
Being an avatar, you
fights.
Have a higher affinity to learn other powers. She would probably surprise him in a lot of ways, but he was very adaptable. That was one thing.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I agree with you. But like, so what you saying that you say Aang or what?
I'm gonna go with Korra.
Korra, even though you said that Aang is more adaptable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Aang. How about you?
I'm going Aang.
How about you, Tobors?
I think Aang. Honestly, like. He learned more in a year of training than Korra did learn in like a decade.
Facts. Okay, so let us know down in the comments what you guys think about who will win out of Korra and Aang. Who's the best avatar? Who, you know what I'm saying? If they were to fight each other, just let us know who you guys would take sides with. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. But other than that, I love both of the series. Both of them are good. I like Jay. Is there anyone that you like better than the other?
Just probably the nostalgia of the first Avatar. I would lean that way.
Right.
But Korra definitely did do a good job explaining the spiritual realm.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bam, what about you? Same thing. You like that?
I mean, they're different.
Okay.
They're different, but if I only had to get to choose one or the other, I'm gonna go with the original because.
Okay, Tobors, what about you, my man?
I'll go with the original, but
yes.
I will say I like how Korra brings up the backstory of the spirit world and
in a really good way.
Hold on, wait. We also got a guest, Ken. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here. Fly right here. Right here. No, this way.
Oh my gosh, is that Kennedy from the Kennedy Show?
Kennedy from the Kennedy Show, y'all. Hey. Come here, girl. You watched Avatar, right?
Oh my gosh.
Avatar?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing?
I don't know.
What's your favorite thing about Avatar?
I don't know.
Don't be shy.
I haven't finished it.
Well, just so far of what you've seen. What's your favorite element?
Water.
Water?
Yeah.
Ooh, so if you guys agree with Candy about being with the Water Tribe, comment down below.
She's gonna be a bloodbender.
Right? No, but yeah, for real though. I think Avatar would definitely. Avatar Aang would definitely win. Like I was just explaining to them, he has more wisdom. He was 11 years old. Korra was like 15, 14. I don't know how exactly old she was. You know what I'm saying? But Avatar Aang, you know, he was just very adaptable. Like he learned very quickly, and like my man said over here, like he was also frozen for 100 years.
But he knew the secret.
Imagine, like,
he knew the secret. It was onion and banana juice.
I think you're talking about holes.
No. No.
I think you're talking about holes, bro. I think you're talking about the wrong thing. I don't know why. No, but for real, no, he knew the real secret, and he was more in tune with his spiritual side, in my opinion. He was more in tune with his spiritual side and more in tune with being calm and more alert than Korra was. Like my man Jay said, Korra's more hot-headed. She didn't. Well, she wasn't. That's what she struggled with the most, right? Yeah.
That concentration.
You feel me? So that's our opinion. That's my opinion. That's his opinion. We all gave you all opinions. You feel me? We're all here, and this is ENVC, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us about Legend of Korra. You got anything to say about it? Or Legend of Korra and
Last Airbender, yeah. You got anything else to say? Like anything you want to like? Oh, you know, I appreciate you for letting me come onto the platform.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you for coming through, bro. For real. This is my brother from another mother. I've known.
Hey, before you go ahead, I'm gonna go say because I want to get into it before you feel me. So
Hey,
let you talk.
No.
Check me out on the IG, JAYLEN Hall 23.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have them drop it down below.
We got it. It's
and
right
then check
there.
out my other IG, Electrical Society.
Right there.
So
it's right there.
Boom. Somewhere.
It's right there.
Definitely subscribe, share this. Feel me? Check it out because I'm gonna drop this tomorrow.
And then tell them your YouTube channel too.
Oh, YouTube channel, iSociety TV. iSociety TV.
There we go.
So go ahead, it's gonna be somewhere.
Check that out. We're gonna also drop. I'm gonna put it in the description. You feel me? We got it in the description so y'all can like get a link. And also I'm gonna be following the channel so you guys can check my channel. So what I follow and I'm following. So you already know. You know what I'm saying? So check out ENVC. Check out
iSociety TV.
And we all good. You feel me? We here. And my man got his own stuff. We here. You feel me?
Peace.
Deuce.